Hey folks, welcome back. 2 videos in one day. But today my day is closing because I have to get up at 1 o'clock and do my chores with a headlamp on and be to work, right? So I am in front of my Violetta beans, my Violetta pole beans. Now you'll also see this here, which is Achocha, and Achocha has very dainty light green flowers. They have the grabbers to climb, and they grow very, very well with pole beans, folks. I mean, extremely well. They just go hand in hand. Now, I did a video on Achocha. Achocha it's a pod, but the plant, kind of to me, looks like a, well, I'll just take one off. To me, because I don't know any better, to me, they look like a pot leaf. Now, any of you are familiar with pot leaves, for whatever reason, I'm not judging whatsoever. You may not think that looks like a pot leaf, but someone that is not familiar with it, it looks like a pot leaf to me. So you have a plant, it's a real spindly plant, and it climbs and it could go 10, 15, 20 feet high, but it just winds around everything. I say it looks like a pot leaf. The pod looks like a milkweed pod. The taste tastes like a green bell pepper. And when they are ripe, they taste, no, I said that wrong. When they are young, they taste like a cucumber, the whole pod and all. And when they are mature, they taste like a green bell pepper. They're hollow inside with these black, spiky, bark-looking black seeds. These are heirloom. They grow very well in Maine, and they are a tropical plant, folks. So, Achocha, A-C-H-O-C-H-A, Achocha. And if anybody is interested, they do grow well. They grow exceptionally well with pole beans. So with that said, a lot of you have contacted me, even my twin sister. But even my twin sister says that she cannot get these Violetta beans. I tried to look for Violetta beans. I could not find them, folks. So I did some research, and the same thing with a different company from Burpee Seed is Violetta. So there is a Violetta, and then there is a Violetto. As far as I can tell, they're the same exact bean, folks. So if you're not having any success with Violetta, look up Violetto, V-I-O-L-E-T-T-O, Violetto pole beans, okay, from Burpee Seed. So, and again, they're my absolute favorite to eat. Good. So, that's where I am. I'm in front of one of my pole beans, and this just happens to be the Violetta. So, been a busy day. Me and my 81-year-old stepdad started on his firewood. We're awfully late in the season, but his trees have been down and they've been cut for about a year. So all we're doing is dragging them out, marking them at 15 inches. I burn 16-inch wood. My cousin Shay burns 18-inch wood. My sister Barb burns 14-inch wood, and my stepdad burns 15-inch wood. So cutting his at 15 inches, running them through running them through the splitter, and stacking them up. So did a good job today. It was very hot, but at least his was in the shade, which was very helpful, folks. So I have picked my beans. I have picked my cucumbers. I have my bean seeds, my bush beans for the second planting. They are soaking. I'm not going to get them into the ground today. Like I said, it's been a very busy day. I wanted them planted like 2 or 3 days ago, but things come up. I still have plenty of time for a second crop. The kale is doing exceptionally well. I did run a 10-foot row of kale through my mesh bag hanging dehydrator. It took about a week in the humidity, so that's not bad. And that 10-foot row, once it was dried and crushed up, stems and all, filled a 1-gallon Ziploc bag. Now I have them resting to see if they are going to form any condensation inside, which is an indicator that they could be still damp. But they're looking really, really good. So sometime this week I'll run them through the blender, and I will powder it up, and then I'll put it into jars. And then powdered kale I'll just add to soups or scrambled eggs or whatever, right? It just saves room on the pantry shelf. It just does. So I also grow napa cabbage, and I am going to go pick a napa cabbage leaf, and I will be right back. So this right here is my napa cabbage leaf. It's pretty big, and as you can see, or maybe not, the bugs really like the leaves when they were young. Before the bugs get to them, I would eat the whole thing just like it is, and it's still good to eat the whole thing like it is, folks. But mainly what I use on the napa cabbage is the white rib here. As you can see, the bugs don't get to those. So what I will do is just strip it off. Well, I'll do it right here. I'll just strip it off a little more gently than that, and just save the midrib. That's what I call it anyway. Save the midrib, and I'll saute them up, put in like a little stir fry. It's awfully good, folks. And these here, I'll just probably compost them. Well, actually, I'll probably give them to my birds. They like them. I do too when they're young, but when they get like this, they might be okay dried. But unless I was really hungry, folks, and really needed some nutrition in me, I would eat every bit of that. Even if it was raw, I would eat every bit of that, because it would be something in the belly and there would be some vitamins in there, right? But seems how life is good so far. And I've got more than enough that I could possibly do here. I will probably end up feeding these to the ducks, the birds, the guinea, and the geese. And cleaning that up and sauteing that up. So that makes awful nice kimchi, folks. If any of you like kimchi, the napa cabbage for me it makes the best kimchi. So that is that. Some of the garden is going by, and it was early spring stuff, so it's already past its prime. I've already harvested as much as I could, so I'm just gonna probably pull them up and either compost them or feed them to my birds. I'll probably see if they like them first, and then if they don't, I'll throw them in my compost, and then I'll plant probably some more turnips or some lettuce. I have cabbage that I started in the ground this spring. I need to separate those, so maybe I'll amend the dirt and replace the spring, early summer vegetables that are going out of the garden. I'll replace them with probably cabbage, probably. So I have hops forming on my hops plants. They're just starting to come out. The greenery has stopped growing, and it's putting all its energy into making the hops. So there'll be some, I dropped my string bean, folks. There'll be some hops to harvest at some point later. And I guess that's it, folks. Like I said, I just wanted to give you an update on the Violetta, the VioLetto. Pole bean, same thing. I found my old package, and just to make sure I was not incorrect, it did say Violetta, but I also have some that says Violetto. And on the back of the package, it said same as Violetta, same as Violetto. So apparently I could only get one of the Violetta, and I bought another of the Violetto, and I had done some research just to make sure my information was right. I did the research this afternoon and found they had to be the exact same thing from what I can gather. So, burpee seed, folks, burpee seed. So that's the update. It is awfully warm, folks. Like I said, I've been doing firewood, and then I did the birds. Now I need to go and clean up. I feel really gross. I feel really sweaty, very sticky. Tomorrow is supposed to be in the 90s, folks. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. This is a very short video. Thank you for stopping back by. Thank you for continuing to listen to this middle-aged hippie chick, wherever she happens to be in her garden that day. Talk away. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. And I'll try to see what I can do for more educational videos. Thank you. Bye.